What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, your man's Toxic Gamer 331, back at it with another video. And today, guys, is my birthday, and I am going to be filming my monthly check for July of this year. So, for those who are new to the channel, this is what it is. I rank all the movies that I have seen in theaters and at home on streaming services, and the ones that I have not seen before in my DVD collection back there, and rank them from the worst to the best, as well as doing my overhaul for that month, and my new pictures on the ceiling, which we only have two, which that's going to be pretty short at the end of the video. Excuse me. And I had my birthday party recently, so I had quite a few DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks come in, so yeah. Well, I actually have one currently coming on the way, which I'm not counting for this video. I'll probably count it for next monthly check for August, but Godzilla vs. Kong, the Blu-ray, is coming. So, I've seen it before, if you were wondering. Just the Blu-ray's coming. I never got to purchase it. Guys, before we get into the actual monthly check, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, ring the bell for all notifications, and also feel free to comment. And yeah, let's dig straight into it, guys. 14th place, I have The Big Goofy Secret of Hidden Pines. And oh my gosh, bro, don't even get me started with this film. If you want to talk about, like, movies that are family movies, you know, that are, like, horrible and you know that they're bad, this is one of them. First, it's just a really stupid movie. So it involves basically a baby Bigfoot getting found, lost his parents, then regular random people just to go like, hey, we found a little tiny Bigfoot, let's adopt him. And it's about him living his life and him getting hunted by all sorts of people. And this movie was so bad. Like, the Bigfoot is just a human actor with, like, some hair stuck. What do you mean? Yeah, like some hair glued to his face. They did no CGI, and they had goofy feet for him to wear, and this movie had only one saving grace for this, like the funny character, the best friend of the Bigfoot, and the town. Also, the town protects the Bigfoot and makes sure no security guards come through. But this movie was just awful. And I swear to myself, I will never ever watch this movie again, because this was absolute garbage. And it probably is in my least favorite movies of all time, if I'm being honest. So if you see this at a store, The Big Goofy Secrets of Hidden Pines, do not watch it. Trust me, it is a bad movie. A bad movie. It's almost as bad as Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul, but I'll put this above it because I had some fun moments with it. Diary of the Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul. I read the books and watched the past movies, and they just messed that up. But anyways, that's for a different video. 13th place, I put North. Another bad movie, but not as bad as Big Goofy Secrets of Hidden Pines. And also, it's not in my, like, bottom least favorite movies of all time. But it's just, the plot was kind of just, It's about this kid that just leaves his family members behind because he thinks that they don't care about them. And he's looking for other parents in the world to adopt him and take care of him, and he's ironically played by what's his name? Frodo from Lord of the Rings. So Elijah Wood is the main character, and also you have a little cameo appearance from Scarlett Johansson as a kid here. So this movie was bad, but not as bad as the first movie I mentioned. So, or Diary of a Wicked Long Haul. I'll watch that any time of the day. Probably this is my least favorite movie of the year so far that's come out in theaters. Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. Well, to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be really, really good. I was not expecting it to be really, really good. I'm not saying it's really, really good. I'm just saying I wasn't really expecting anything big from the movie. So I saw it, and yeah, kind of generic animated film here, and apparently from some of the YouTubers I watch for their reviews, a whole lot of people, like, walked out of their theaters when they were seeing this film, because it was knocking off, basically being a kid-friendly version of Blazing Saddles, this time with samurais. So, I understand why a whole lot of people dislike it for that. I kind of gave this a positive review for the first movie, but as I've gone to look back at the movie, it's not good. It's not a good at all, so that's why it's 12th place. 11th place, is Grand Champions. So let me tell you about this one. So, my mom has a friend, and she tutors her daughter, and they got rid of a whole lot of their movies, and this was in it, and it looked interesting at the time when they were getting all the movies ready. And I finally watched it, and I was not excited for it, and it's definitely better than the bottom three, but, well, to be honest, here's something about it. I wasn't really, like, paying attention during the movie, but, like, from the parts I saw, it was kind of boring. It has Bruce Willis in it, but it definitely doesn't save the movie. We'll probably just watch his parts in there. This movie, I can't even tell you what the plot is about. I totally forgot it, so. 10th place, I have Bandit and the Saint of Dogwood. Remember those the big, goofy Secrets of Hidden Pines? So this is a 5-pack with that Bandit and the Saints of Dogwood. So I watched all 5 of those movies. And this one was decent, but it feels like a knockoff version of Holes. They were trying to go for a low budget Holes kind of film, you know what I mean? And kind of Little Rascals. It's about these kids going to school because they were blamed for a crime that they didn't commit in their school, so they get brought to summer camp and punishing summer camp with that. So it's not the worst movie in the world, but if I were to watch it again and my kids in the future were to select it, I wouldn't be mad at it. 9th place, probably this one was my favorite. No. One of the movies in the 5-pack that I just mentioned, I had already seen before, which was Are We There Yet? And that's not on this list. So that movie is really funny. So that's the second time I saw that. But for the movies that I haven't seen and I watched in this, 9th place, the best one, is The Last Day of Summer, which it's kind of depressing to look back at it now because today's the last day of summer for me, so, and then I start school back up. Sad face. But this movie was actually pretty good. Basically, this kid, it's Groundhog Day, but the last day of summer, and this kid wishes for summer to never end, and he lives the same day over and over and over again, and it's about him trying to fix the day and not let it go so well. So, not let it go so long. So that movie's decent. It's definitely, a good summer movie. But probably watch it at the beginning of summer, but if you watch it at the end of the summer, you're probably gonna feel sad. By the way, Last Day of Summer and the other ones coming up are the only movies that I really did enjoy, so. 8th place, I have Minions: The Rise of Gru. This one is not a bad movie by any means. This is my second favorite out of the Despicable Me franchise, which is kind of a hot take, I think. But this movie just was a lot of fun. Definitely exceeds the first one, and yeah. I like the Gru parts in there, and I like how they make the minions come and save Gru. I thought this movie was really a blast, so for the Despicable Me franchise. 7th place is the straight-to-Netflix movie, The Gray Man. And The Gray Man, for his actions, scenes, and fight choreography, was an actually pretty good movie, and Chris Evans as the bad guy killed it, I think. This is like his second time playing the bad guy, and I thought this movie was a lot of fun, but it kind of felt a little bit generic, so that's why I put it in at 7th place. But it is definitely a good action movie if you want to watch some action movies. Hang on, I need to take a drink of water because when I talk a lot, I need to drink water. So. 6th place, I have Thor: Love and Thunder. I didn't hate this one. Well, hate's a strong word. I didn't think this. Well, they didn't. People say it's in the bottom 5 MCU films for them. I personally disagree with that, but there are some flaws to this film. Jax is one of the people that hates the movie, so yeah. But this movie was quite entertaining, and I didn't really have much nitpicks for this film. Probably the nitpick that I would choose was they kind of should have kept Gore the God Butcher a serious villain and not make him have any kind of funny bits, because I think if they kept him like super creepy and stuff, that would fit for the film. So not in my bottom 5 MCU films, that's for sure. 5th place, I saw this one yesterday, fun fact, and I was either going to do that review or SummerSlam 2022, and as you guys saw, I ended up going with SummerSlam 2022, and it is DC League of Super Pets, and this is another fun DC animated movie. The Rock and Kevin Hart have incredible chemistry, and it was really funny for the animated movie, and all the characters are really hilarious and get their own moments to shine, and yeah, the standout for me was Ace the Bad Hound, which had, if you watch the movie, it's a very sad backstory. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but this movie, the DC League of Super Pets movie, was a lot of fun. 4th place is first place for the movies that I saw in theaters and on streaming, and it is the Father of the Bride reboot. I remember seeing the original Father of the Bride, starting it, then stopping watching it. But this movie was hilarious. If you want to see a serious guy take on a funny role in a movie, this movie is one of them. This was just genuinely funny. It has the girlfriend from Morbius, and out of the two films, this is definitely the better film. It has Andy Garcia in it. Who else does it have? As Dora the Explorer, I think, from the Dora and the Lost City of Gold movie. I don't know, but yeah, this movie was genuinely hilarious, and you guys should check it out. It's on HBO Max if you're wondering what streaming service it is on. 3rd place, I'm going with my favorite animated movie of the month, and that is Sergeant Stubby, An American Hero. And this is actually a true story that I looked up the Wikipedia and stuff and saw the actual thingamajig for Sergeant Stubby, and yeah, this movie was on point with the story, and the characters are very great in this film. And yeah, if you want kind of a history piece during the World War that's not super, super violent, this one should be one for your kids if you want them to watch it. Second place for me is The Fifth Element. I had heard about this film, and I finally got the DVD, and waited a little bit, then I finally checked it out, and it is a very fun sci-fi movie where it follows Bruce Willis as a taxi driver, and one day, randomly, a person that was just created by a government ended up falling right into his taxi, and it's about him protecting her. And also this, for some other cast members that this has, it has Gary Oldman, and I think this is one of his very few, one of his villain performances that is also praised, besides, of course, Air Force One, that role too. So this one's really funny if you're a sci-fi fan, and you should check this one out. First place for me, this has one flaw, but I enjoyed this movie, and me and Ace both gave it 10 out of 10s, and it is Train to Busan. If you guys probably have heard of this film. It's a zombie movie, that is, what's the word? An indie film. There you go. I forgot what the term was. And, guys, if you're going to watch this, probably watch this with English subtitles on and have them just speak Japanese, because that version makes this movie a whole lot better. Even though it sounds like it's quite bad, no, it's not. It's a really good. This is a good zombie movie. It has lots of character development and characters you cheer for and stuff. And my only nitpick is I think they killed off a little bit too many of the main protagonists. I mean, some of them survive. I'll leave you at that, but I'm not telling you who dies. I'm not spoiling that. But that's my only nitpick with the film, that it kind of killed a little bit too much people. And if I had to choose a standout favorite, it would probably be the guy that is from Eternals. I'll leave it at that. And guys, that is my list. So, July 2022 list over and done. And next up we have our 2022 overhaul. Guys, next month I should start doing books, because I had a couple of books come in today, so that are pretty cool for my birthday presents. And they are, I don't know where my parents and my sister found them, but they're amazing. So those will definitely be in the video. But let's show our movies off. First one I got this month was A League of Their Own. I have heard about this one. This is a baseball movie with Tom Hanks, of course, right there. And yeah, I haven't seen it before, so. Next up, we have a movie that I do not know what it's about. It has Sean Connery, and it's called The Medicine Man. Yeah, I don't know what it's about. My dad picked it up and gave it to me, so this is gonna be interesting. I don't know what I'm expecting. Then I can talk about these movies, because I've seen them or heard of them and wanted them to be here. So, first, we have a 2-pack here. This movie I had already had, but a single DVD. So, yeah, I just decided, my dad got a 2-pack with it. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie, which I do not have. And so it got added to there. I have seen this one before, and it's a fun SpongeBob SquarePants movie. This one I still have yet to check out, and yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants 2-pack. So I still have to see the new SpongeBob SquarePants movie. What was it called? SpongeBob. I forgot what the new SpongeBob SquarePants was called. Next up, we have the DVD for First Man. I remember seeing the trailer for this and heard kind of a lot of good things about it. It's by the same person that did La La Land, I think. and it ironically had Ryan Gosling in it. It's about Neil Armstrong landing on the moon. I think it's Neil Armstrong, right? Yeah, I think it's Neil Armstrong. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But, yeah, I wanted to check this one out, so here we go. Then we have two more ones. We have the WWE Biography Legends Volume 1. I remember seeing some of the, episodes on TV. I watched the Booker T one, and I watched the Stone Cold Steve, I think I started watching the Stone Cold Steve Austin one, but I didn't get to finish it. And I remember finishing the Shawn Michaels one as well. I didn't watch the Macho Man or Rowdy Piper one yet. So thank you to Sibylla for getting me this one. Shout out to you. And then, for last but certainly not least, we got the 4K for Free Guy, which I'm trying to get more 4Ks in my collection. So thanks, Jax. Thanks to Jax. Comment. Yeah, feel free to comment how, but he got me this. So yeah, this was really, really cool. This movie is really a lot of fun. I remember seeing this for Jax's birthday, actually. And, yeah. It was a lot of fun, so we got the 4K for it now. Then we have the two pictures on my ceiling. So let's go ahead and check them out. I need to bring my footstool because, one of them I think you guys can see. One of them is kind of a little bit closer to see. Okay, if I fall down, sorry guys. Right there we have oh my gosh, Back to the Future part 2 on the ceiling, which is really cool. I think I did a good job on that. And we also have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone book edition, which I think I kind of flopped on, to be honest. But guys, that was my July 2022 monthly check. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, ring the bell for all notifications, and also feel free to comment. And also a huge shout out to all the people that gave me the presents for my birthday party. And I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace.